Hello, salutations, what it do? Welcome to Super News. How you doing, chat? How you doing, viewers in the future? This is the show where we talk about the biggest news in the gaming industry from the past week with a bias towards superheroes. I'm Sadot the Gamer. We got some great stories for you today, including an exciting new update from Insomniac's upcoming game, Marvel's Wolverine, one of my personally most anticipated games in the next few years. Cannot wait. And we're also going to be, of course, talking about all the craziness from Marvel's Avengers. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first story. This one is for you GTA fans. GTA Plus subscription could be coming to PC in the near future. I'm sure all of you absolutely love subscription services, and I'm sure you even love spending even more money in GTA 5. With the launch of GTA 5 Enhanced and Expanded Edition for next gen, Rockstar also announced a brand new subscription service, as you know, for GTA Online exclusively for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X/S. But apparently they're looking to expand that that very exciting service to other platforms. Many veteran players of the game on new consoles seem interested in the service, though it doesn't really pay off well compared to its $6 per month price tag. However, Rockstar is determined to bring the service to more platforms. Recently, a job listing post on Rockstar was spotted by fans, which related to expanding this subscription service. According to the job description, Rockstar Games looking for someone to help with subscription product management and implementation of features across PC applications. So if you're on the PC and you're playing GTA 5 and you're thinking, you know what is missing from my GTA 5 experience? The chance to spend even more money. Looks like help is indeed on the way. While it is not a direct confirmation, it's pretty obvious that Rockstar is planning to deliver its subscription service on PC because you gotta milk it. Why release GTA 6 when you can keep milking GTA 5? Prior to this, the PC version of GTA Online was re-rated along with the Series X and PS5 versions, which could be another hint for the release of next-gen update and content of GTA 5 on the PC. We also had some Tiny Tina's Wonderland news, not all good. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, of course, the latest from Gearbox and 2K. Very fun game to me. They dropped their first DLC on Thursday, I believe, and it is called Coiled Captors, and it is being called by some the worst DLC Gearbox has ever dropped. Ouch. This was a pretty big patch. It had a ton of changes like balancing, bug fixes, and that seemed to be going over well with the community. But the DLC itself, I've seen some people not like it very much. We have this from Game Radar. On the game subreddit, one user described the DLC as a chaos chamber with extra steps. You can barely call this a premium DLC. It should have been free. We all know how subreddits for games can be, but there seemed to be the consensus along a lot of places that this isn't the best DLC that they could have done considering the price of the season pass. I personally have not played the DLC for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands beyond the Chaos Chambers. One of the updates to Tiny Tina's was that they're raising the Chaos Chambers from maxing out at level 20 to level 35. So I've been playing with that a little bit. Haven't actually done the actual DLC in terms of the new boss encounter or whatever, but I'm hearing apparently not that fulfilling. Maybe I have a different view because I have the season pass, but I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for the game either. Thank you once again, 2K. But I will definitely check it out for myself. But the consensus from a lot of people, particularly on this Reddit, seems to be that a very good balancing patch and what have you, not great in terms of actual content. We also have apparently take this with a grain of salt, but this seems pretty legit. Assassin's Creed Nexus looks like it's going to be coming in the next year. A beta build for the game was leaked a couple weeks ago. This user apparently had got to play it. Arsenal was sword, hidden blade, throwing knife, smoke bombs, crossbow. Combat is timing based. You have to wait until your enemy lowers his cover and strike fast. Missions are linear, so no open world. The missions are fairly big. Backtracking is a thing. Parkour works by holding the A button and walking toward climbable probe. And here is what the title and menu looks like for Assassin's Creed Nexus. I have not played Assassin's Creed in a very long time, but if you are someone who is very interested in Assassin's Creed, hopefully you will enjoy this. We had a pretty big leak from 4chan. Definitely take this with a grain of salt, but some of this has turned out to be true. So we're looking at it a little bit. Some of the things included Sega working on a new Jet Set radio and Sonic Origins being developed by Headcanon were true. So still take this with a grain of salt because it's 4chan. But according to this, somebody knows somebody that works at Sega and they got to look at some assets. New Jet Set radio game from RGGS. They got some looks at the early screenshot. It's still cel shaded. They're apparently making a Virtual Fighter 6 in the Dragon engine. Graphics look great. There's going to be Yakuza 8. There's supposedly a new Demon Slayer game, but with characters from season 2. I'm wondering if that might actually be the DLC that's paid coming out rather than the actual new game. Sonic the Hedgehog 5 didn't see anything. He didn't see anything but a logo, the Switch icon, and a piece of art. Sonic in the slide. There's supposedly Persona 4 Golden with the Switch, PS4, Xbox logos. Sonic Frontiers has renders and screenshots of Sonic, Tails, Shadow as playable. Had a desert environment that looks like the one in Sonic 2006. Movie Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles have skins in the game. Sonic can equip different shoes and gloves. And there's of course some info about Sonic Origins, which has a alleged leak date based on a leak in Australia, New Zealand PlayStation stores. It has a date of June 22nd and is coming out on the PS4 and the PS5. Versions will be on that. Here's some screenshots that were apparently leaked on this forum. I haven't played Sonic in a while, but I am definitely looking forward to that Sonic Frontiers if I can get my hands on it. I'm definitely not going to, buy another system for it, especially if it's Nintendo. But an open world Sonic game, next gen, sounds awesome. And Wolverine news, we got this from Mike Yash. He is the lead animator, game dev at Insomniac Games. He is working on Wolverine PS5 right now. And he posted this on Twitter, which got me pretty excited. So peaceful and quiet, it will not be for long. This is, of course, the mocap studio over at Insomniac, one of them at least, which seems to indicate that they are going to be doing some mocap work for the game, for the Wolverine PS5 game. We still don't know when it's coming out. We know Insomniac is working on 2 Marvel games, Spider-Man 2, which is supposed to come out next year, and of course Wolverine, which does not have a release date, but it looks like the production is ramping up. They're going into the motion capture stage, so hopefully at some point, maybe end of the year, we can get a proper tease, maybe a little gameplay, maybe just a little. We'll see. Also, in Fortnite news, if you're into that, Moon Knight was added to the shop, and friend of the channel Jay Shockblast decided to commit an act of violence against me by sending me the Moon Knight outfit. He did this live on stream, so now I'm obligated to play Fortnite at some point just to show off the Moon Knight skin. I'm also supposed to tell you to use creator code JShockBlast for all of your Fortnite needs in the Epic Game Store. But it does look cool. It is Fortnite. They usually don't miss when it comes to skins, especially Marvel stuff. They currently have pretty much the most Marvel characters of any game right now, I believe, which is kind of sad considering it's technically not a Marvel game, but good for them making that money. I'll definitely check that out at some point. maybe I'll stream it on Twitch today. And of course, Marvel's Avengers had a big week. Miller, a while ago, we started at January to be precise, said that Crystal Dynamics was working on a mystery hero, secret character, not a part of the original data mine list, that they were going to slot in to come out before She-Hulk, because She-Hulk was delayed, according to him, due to the Marvel games need to have synergy with the MCU shows. So even though She-Hulk was potentially ready, they moved her to more line up with whenever the show drops, leaving them with a content gap. So that's kind of where the mystery hero was born. There was a lot of speculation. I successfully narrowed the list down to about 5 heroes. It got narrowed down even further. And then eventually, of course, Miller revealed that the mystery hero was none other than Mighty Thor herself, Jane Foster. And the idea was going to be to line up Jane Foster with the Thor Love and Thunder movie, which comes out in July. Now, of course, like always, the people who know Miller took it seriously, said, oh, okay, that's cool. Miller's pretty reliable. And of course, the haters were saying, oh, Miller's a liar, blah, blah, blah. Anyone who trusts Miller, they're full of it. Content creators on everything. And of course, it turns out all of those people who doubted the information, who attacked Miller, were wrong. The day before this was revealed was actually the day right after we got the trailer for Thor Love and Thunder, which revealed Jane Foster in live action for the first time. And some information was sent out by Crystal Dynamics to select content creators, telling them about this update that was coming. I was aware of it. Miller, who has, of course, his sources, was aware of it. So we teased that there was going to be some stuff happening. There were going to be some reveals, and Miller was going to be proven right. And of course, people, because apparently they just like taking L's, we're saying, oh, don't listen to the content creators, don't know what they're talking about, don't listen to Miller, blah, blah, blah. And of course, once again, we were proven right. Jane Foster was revealed, along with the next update for Marvel's Avengers, which was Patch 2.4. Now, this was both a good and a bad thing. Obviously, some people don't like the idea of Jane Foster at all, which fair enough. But there also came the fact that this was going to be the first time that we got actual confirmation there was going to be no roadmap. Now, the problem with this is that it wasn't communicated in a way that I think worked at all. You know, so we got the blog, which told us what was coming in 2.4, which mainly is focused on improving the rewards for the events. But the biggest thing from that is going to be a solo path to 175 if you don't want to play the raid in the OLT, or if you can't do that. And they gave a tease of 2.5, which is when Jane Foster is coming out. So good. The idea seems to be, communication wise going forward, is to give smaller blog updates about their short term plans rather than a traditional roadmap, which is what they promised would be coming in 2022. And the problem is that this pivot was not properly communicated. People were led to believe, as recently as February, in an official capacity, that the roadmap, the full roadmap, was still coming, and it wasn't. They at some point they decided they're canceling that. They are not confident that they can put up a 6+ month roadmap and definitely stick to it. So they're going to go with the shorter term update instead. Now, I don't have a problem with that strategy. I have a problem, as I said on Thursday, with the execution, especially since people didn't know about this change if they weren't on the Reddit or following certain content creators, because a lead dev, Nick E, said this in a comment thread on the Reddit, and Brian Wagner kind of confirmed this in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, you're not on the Reddit, you didn't get this information. So you would have to be following a certain content creator. So I had that problem with that. I think they need to do an official blog update explaining that the traditional roadmap is not coming. Don't try to play games like Nikki did with, oh, well, what really is a roadmap? Depends on, no, it doesn't depend on your definition. We know what a roadmap is, and you're not going to do it anymore, which is fine, but be honest and straightforward. People, if you're worried about backlash, don't, because you're going to have haters no matter what. That just baked in at this point. There are people who are going to hate Avengers no matter what they do. So ignore them. Just do what's right. Come out, say, okay, we said we were going to have a roadmap. The plans have changed. This is what we're going to do going forward. This is why. Sorry that we weren't able to live up to those expectations and that we didn't communicate sooner. We will try to do better in the future. Boom, bang, you're good. That's all in terms of that. So that is the news for this week. And we'll now go to the live chat. Tell me your thoughts on any of this stuff. And we could just hang out. How's everyone doing on this Saturday? What's up, Max Venom? RDX? Chilling. What's the Wolverine update? We are in the officially. They're entering the mocap phase of development. The lead designer tweeted out a photo of the mocap studio, and seemed to indicate that stuff is about to get interesting. What's up, Liam? Thanks for sharing. Feel you on the concern with the lack of roadmap. Indeed. Almost 2 years and we still have bad communication in this game. It is amazing. Not the best streamer live. Oh, thank you, Original. I don't think I'm nearly that good, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Yeah, the communication gets better, and then it gets worse, and then it gets better. It gets worse, better, worse, better. Is Ultron still coming? As far as I know, yes, Ultron is still coming. The last I heard about Ultron was, so all of my information from Ultron, I'll only have from Miller. And according to Miller, the last I talked to him about it, Ultron said Ultron might be around 2.5-ish in that time range. He thinks it might either be before She-Hulk or part of She-Hulk's actual DLC, like her hero. They got earned that title. I appreciate it. Wolverine, they are entering the mocap phase. Maybe they didn't announce that because the roadmap is not officially canceled. For now, we won't get one, but I think they still want that in the future, late 2022 and beyond. Well, Brian Wagner confirmed that for now it is canceled. He's saying they're going to do these block updates going forward. So there's not really going to be enough left of 2022 to have a 2022 roadmap. That's what I'm saying. Good thing with Jane Foster is we could get Asgard. I can tell you for sure we're not getting Asgard with Jane Foster. It's going to be like, don't expect Hawkeye Future Imperfect level DLC. Start thinking more along the lines of Spider-Man with great power event. Estimating when patch 2.4. So they said patch 2.4 was coming out in May in the blog. So based on patch 2.3, we can assume patch 2.4 will probably come out at the end of May. You thought Jane was coming in a few weeks? See the explanation about when they started to do Jane in the pot. Oh my god, that was terrible. That was that was so goofy. Yeah, if you missed it, I definitely recommend following CD Nick E on Reddit. He's like the only dev that actually consistently posts in the subreddit these days, and he'll get into these long discussions with players. Essentially, somebody was asking about how long it took, when the Janes start getting in production and all that stuff, and they used an analogy to describe it as like baking a pie, and then Nick had this very long explanation about how a pie analogy didn't really work with game development. He compared it at one point to JFK announcing that we want to go to the moon. And then he was talking about if it was going to be a pie analogy, it would be like inventing a new flavor of pie. It was very weird. Can we get a better background to look at? I love this background. Just joined. So Wolverine, Winter Soldier, and Ultron are coming. Absolutely not. Wolverine is coming to Insomniac's universe. Wolverine PS5 was announced by Insomniac. It is what they're developing in addition to Spider-Man 2. We got an update about that game. They're entering the mocap stage. As far as Ultron, I still believe Ultron is coming. According to Miller, he might be with She-Hulk's DLC or before. And I believe Winter Soldier will be coming after She-Hulk. What's up, DJXD? We just I ran through all the news stories, so if there's any news story you're interested in, let me know. Either way, you're okay with that. Roadmap is just a video saying what we might get for next month. If you think about it, tons of masterpiece games don't do roadmap content. What about Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel, as far as I know, is not nearly as baked as they like to say. to stay in the dessert analogy, it's not nearly as baked as the other heroes. So I'm not expecting Captain Marvel to come out until next year. Do you think they have heroes lined up to release later this year that we don't know about? No. Wolverine is shorter than you? Possibly. He is a very short man. So Miller, what's going on in the Avengers world? You should know if you've been following me this week. Jane Foster canceled roadmap, patch 2.4. You're 5'5". That's pretty short. Do I think we'll get any new locations? Possible. Because I know She-Hulk and Bucky. Actually, probably not. I know She-Hulk and Bucky are operations. I don't know if they're going to come with new biomes. I have to ask Miller. I think Captain Marvel was the one where there's going to be a new biome. Yeah, definitely always keep your expectations in check when it comes to Avengers. Jane Foster's so powerful she canceled the roadmap. That checks out. That definitely checks out. Also, I also had the internet going a little crazy because I tweeted this out. Let me pull it up. This is pretty entertaining. This had people going crazy. Biome like so Kate Bishop didn't come with a new biome. They just changed the missions a little bit. Hawkeye did come with a new biome. He came with the Future Wastelands. Spider-Man, of course, came with nothing. It was a hero event. Black Panther, of course, came with Wakanda, whole new biome. Not sure we're getting new biomes from She-Hulk and Bucky. What's up, Alien Fighter? You want Bucky in this game so badly? I bet you do. Alien Fighter is simping very hard for Bucky. Biomes are bland. Wakanda looks pretty cool. Ultron boss with Ultron. They do be botting. Well, for your sake, I hope you don't have to wait too long to experience James Buchanan Barnes. Did you miss the Wolverine news? Yes, you missed the news, but I can always fill you in. It was about the lead animator who's working on Wolverine right now. Shared a photo of the mocap room on Twitter, and apparently they're about to start mocap right now. Bucky coming in a few days. Captain Marvel got to come with the space. There will be, from what I know, there will be space involved with Captain Marvel. There will be outer space involved. Possibly a base in outer space. That rhymed. But the moon base that's been floating around in the files, that might be related to Captain Marvel. Wolverine game will be fire. I cannot wait to play that game, especially since it's going to be rated M. An Insomniac Wolverine game. Like, think about how cool the combat in Insomniac Spider-Man is, with the takedowns and the fluidity, how cinematic it all looks, and apply that to Wolverine just cutting people in half. Like, that's going to be so good. Bucky DLC dropping in 10 minutes. Hope that we can fight Taskmaster in space. Imagine. Well, I say the earliest we can get the Wolverine game is 2024. Yes, the earliest I would be comfortable predicting Wolverine PS5 is late 2024. That is because given Insomniac's track record. Because they were able to, based on their workflow when it came to Ratchet and Clank and Miles Morales, I think late 2024 possible, or early mid 2025, but it depends on how big the game is going to be. But Spider-Man is so they announced Spider-Man in 2021. Late 20 and at the showcase in 2021, and they gave it a 2023 release date. So I think 2024 is possible since they were announced at the same time for Wolverine. But I would go late 2024 to be safe. Need a claw skin for Hulk. Taskmaster to everyone in this game, so you expect him to show this way. I mean, he might as well at this point. We fought him in the city. We fought him in the snow. We fought him in the future. Why not fight him in space? Not late 24 in a few months. See Spider-Man Wolverine launching with something like PSI Pro for the bundles. Oh, that'd be nice. Only 2 weeks now until Doctor Strange 2. I know. I got my tickets. I cannot wait. I got my tickets the morning that they went on sale. There's a new Hulk called Titan. Basically Hulk hulking out. Okay. I enjoy when Hulk hulks out. What would be cool for me is if Hulk is hulking out in the Wolverine game from Insomniac. How about that? Hulk, you get to fight Hulk as Wolverine. Wouldn't that be cool? So I think Spider-Man 2 will get delayed. Absolutely not. I have faith in Insomniac. That's why they gave themselves plenty of time. 2021 announcement, 2023 release. Lock it in. Hope we get Bucky soon. Depends on your definition of soon. If soon is this summer, then no. If soon is like winter, yeah. Winter for the Winter Soldier. They confirmed Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok will come out this year. I will believe it when I see it. I will believe it when I see the announcement from Santa Monica Studios myself. when I see the God of War logo and a 2022 release date, I will believe it. Until then, I don't buy it. One of that said, doesn't matter what the devs say. It matters what the studio says. A single dev does not speak for the studio. Stuff happens in game development. They may intend for a 2022 release, but until I see it, it ain't happening. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because everything's getting delayed. Like they said Forspoken was coming out in May. Until it wasn't. We thought Suicide Squad Killer Justice League was coming out in 2022. Until it wasn't. Well, I see Jurassic World Dominion. There's probably a 5% chance that I will watch it. And a 0% chance that I'll go to a movie theater to watch it. I think Spider-Man will ever come to PC, Xbox, or Avengers. Nope. Never happened. Probably revealed release date in June. Yeah, Jane Foster. After 2.4 comes out, we'll probably get a blog update talking about Jane Foster, and they're going to tease She-Hulk. That's what I think. Pretty cool that Claw is Hawk backwards. It's very clever. I think Wolverine game would be open world or more linear compared to Spider-Man. I would say it's Spider-Man's open world is very much an open world game. So I would expect the Wolverine game to be similar in that way. Not quite the same because, you know, Spider-Man open world lends itself to better traversal because of Spider-Man being able to, swing around, everything like that. Now, I believe Wolverine could get a vehicle. Maybe they'll give him the motorcycle, which could open up the world a little bit more. But I think it's going to feel very different because just looking at based on the trailer and looking at some stuff Wolverine's gotten into, I don't think that we're going to be seeing, you know, him fighting around primarily in a big city. I'm thinking it'll be more like, you know, small towns, the wilderness. What do I have to say about Moon Knight episode 4? It was fine. I don't hate it so far. It was cool. It's a Hawk, but backward. It says Spider-Man 2 will be a bigger open world game. We'll see. I'm not a fan of the Jurassic Park franchise. No, I'm not a fan of the reboot. Honestly, Jurassic Park should have stopped after the first one. After the first Jurassic Park, that they did it, that should have been it. Jurassic Park 2, okay, whatever. Oh, that was fine. Then it just really just got off the rails. And then they rebooted it with Chris Pratt. The first one was okay, but and then the rest it's just ridiculous. Like it's just, to me, it's just very expensive nostalgia bait. It's like, just, oh, you remember, like, oh, remember Jurassic Park? Remember dinosaurs? Remember raptors? You just pop in front of the screen for a couple hours and watch stuff explode and watch people get chased by dinosaurs. It's mindless fun, whatever, but it's not something that I'm particularly interested in, especially since it's kind of boring to me, at least. So respect on Jurassic Park. I did. Jurassic Park is a great movie. Everything after that, not so much. The only would love to see in Spider-Man 2 would be Sandman. How do I know there will be a Winter Soldier DLC? My favorite source of information has led me to believe that Winter Soldier will be coming out this year. And we may even be getting a glimpse of Winter Soldier during the She-Hulk DLC. Dinosaurs that you love too. Apparently they're getting plenty of love. They're making friends with raptors now or something in the new one, from what I saw. Let's see, screw up back. I'm just there for Venom, but I'm thinking there's going to be a Green Goblin seems to always pop up, but I'm mainly there for Venom. I think Kraven the Hunter is in it as well. People were speculating, yes, on Reddit yesterday that we could see Winter Soldier and She-Hulk update, same way we saw in Clint. Yeah, that's from something Miller was talking about on Twitch. He was saying that we could potentially see Bucky have a cameo, like possibly that the stories are connected. You get Spider-Man 2, you're there for Venom only. Yeah, I want to rock that symbiote suit. Thank you very much. Yeah, fight Venom as Miles. Fight Venom Spider-Man as Miles. I'm mainly there for Venom. You're a dinosaur fanboy. You gotta see Jurassic World, do you? Hey, if you love dinosaurs, more power to you. But I cannot drag myself to the theater again to see another freaking Jurassic Park. I'm out on the series. Just like I was out on Transformers after the second one. I was done with Michael Bay's Transformers like right after the second one. and they're on like the 10th, I think. I'm out. It's just Falcon. You mean Black Falcon? Are we talking about Black Falcon? What's up, Almighty Bruce Gaming? Looking forward to your first live stream under the new branding. Buzz voice is the worst. Think Green Guy won't pop in. Winter Soldier this year? Yes, indeed. I believe so. I believe that it's Black Falcon. That's right. It is Black Falcon. What's up? So I think for Avengers, yeah. But the news for Wolverine is basically the lead animator just gave us an update that mocap is starting, motion capture is starting for Wolverine. So hopefully that means we'll get some more look at Wolverine in action later this year. Maybe a teaser that has some actual combat would be pretty cool. The main villain in Spider-Man 2, I think, is going to be Venom. I think for Avengers this year, I think Jane is coming at the end of June, and I think they're going to tease She-Hulk, and she's going to come out in August, which I think is when her show is going to come out. And then when She-Hulk drops, I think we're going to get a look at Bucky, and I think he's going to be November, I would say, because I don't think he's far enough along for a September release, and I think they want to avoid October because Forspoken and Gotham Knights are dropping in October. So I'm thinking December. So I'm thinking then maybe November, December. You thought She-Hulk would be out in July? I think that largely depends on when they drop Jane, but I don't think so. I think I gotta see when, because you gotta also keep in mind that they have to market She-Hulk. How's the people supposed to know he's black if you don't put the race? Exactly. You gotta keep in mind that there has to be with their rollout strategy, especially now that they're not doing traditional roadmap. If you notice, what they've been doing is they've been spending a month not only just working on the patch, but promoting it, going into more details. So you gotta account for that. So over the next month, from probably starting next week and then continuing through May, they're going to be talking about patch 2.4 in more detail. And then they're going to release 2.4, and then we're going to get an update about 2.5 in more detail. So we'll learn more about Jane Foster, what that DLC is going to look like. And I think they're going to tease what comes after, which I believe is going to be She-Hulk. We could also possibly see some Ultron around that time. So if Jane comes out, so if 2.4 comes out at the end of May, then I think they're going to spend June promoting Jane, and then Jane releases the end of June, possibly early July, to get even closer to Love and Thunder. Plus, they might now also be ready, and then I think they're around that time going to be teasing She-Hulk, and then they're going to spend at the very least July promoting She-Hulk. I think she might come out maybe mid-August, something like that. So they're going to spend that time promoting She-Hulk, talking about it and everything like that. That's why I'm more comfortable thinking August for She-Hulk. Use Falcon, you want people to call you Black Falcon. No matter if you're black, white, yellow, or orange, racist is racist. Did you say orange? That's racist. You forgot Midnight Suns exists? Oh yes, it does in fact exist. Do you think that if they hired the lead production designer, they commit the roadmaps again? I don't think the senior production designer is what's holding them up. The reason why they're not doing the traditional roadmap is because they're not confident in their ability to deliver long-term stuff necessarily in a timely manner. And that's not a problem of a lead production designer. That's a problem of them not having enough people working on the project and not enough resources to even outsource to get stuff done faster. So that's not going to be the problem. The problem, they wouldn't just need to hire a lead production designer to get roadmaps out again. They would have to hire more staff. Look at both sides. One is unacceptable, the fact that previous devs didn't have a good new player experience, so that the new smaller team would have to fix that numerous bugs. It's also unacceptable that non-PlayStation players will have gone almost a year without content except the raid in a game as a service when Jane comes out. True. You're black and you're not offended by black jokes. What is going on in the chat? Never heard them say Black Falcon in any comment. Yeah, it's just a joke. It's not that deep. We know he's Falcon. Black Falcon was a funny joke in the MCU. What's up, Jeff? It's not that deep. If you're a Falcon, like everybody call you Black Falcon, I would insist that people call me Black Falcon. I would demand it. It's deeper than rap. What's up, Block? What's up, Block? The more we can joke, the less stuff like that will have power over us. That's a joke. He's mocking the people who don't want to accept Falcon as Captain America. Yeah. To be clear, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I understand people that are annoyed by the whole mantle thing, because yes, it is lazy. It is very obvious pandering on the part of Marvel and Disney, but he's Captain America now. You know, at least, you know, Steve Wright and Captain America is a mantle, kind of a mantle. No reason why Sam Wilson can't have the mantle. Obviously, in the context of the MCU story, it doesn't actually make sense that Sam got the mantle of Captain America instead of Bucky, Steve's literal best friend and a actual super soldier. But you know, comedy would be illegal in 2040. You might not be wrong. In certain states, I think that might happen. I think America is very clearly dividing itself along ideological lines. And you're just basically going to have some states where comedy is illegal, and other states where you can basically do whatever you want. Captain America is a man who passed down, warrior to warrior. Really need Gotham Knights to drop October. I'm very much on the lookout for early access. I'm trying to. I already applied. I did all the necessary paperwork that I had, all the documentation I had to do with Warner Brothers games to be eligible for early review copies and all that good stuff. So hopefully I can get some early access to Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy when they have something to share. That would be very cool. Y'all still talking about this? How do I feel about the Kyle Massey case? I have no idea who that is. Black Falcon is canon in MCU. Now they said it in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Also true. MCU is very, very serious about their canon. When Elijah becomes Patriot, he might get the Captain America mantle from Falcon. I don't even care about the man. I think the mantle thing I think is most annoying when it comes to like Jane Foster and Wolverine. Like I know Jay in particular is really annoyed that they call Jane Foster Mighty Thor because she's literally not Thor. Thor is his actual name. It's not a mantle. It's literally his name. like giving you the power of Thor does not literally make you Thor. Like, that's not how that works. That's stepping up in game history. I'm trying. You don't do race jokes, you do every other joke, but race jokes you don't do. Oh, you're missing out. They're very fun. What's up, Craig? Blessings to you, my brother. They could have called her Lady Thunder or something like that. I mean, yeah, or she's Valkyrie. She had a run where she became Valkyrie in the comic. Queen Valkyrie, Lady Valkyrie. But literally, his name is Thor Odinson. It's like his actual name. Kyle Massey. Oh, the dude. Didn't he do some very not great things to keep it advertiser friendly? Was it? I'm trying not to mix up my Disney stars, because a lot of people involved with Disney and Nickelodeon did some stuff with kids. Was Kyle Massey one of them? Was Kyle Massey one of the kid touchers from Disney? What you missed on Wolverine? Oh, they are starting motion capture. The lead animator shared a photo of the studio. So it looks like they're going to start capturing some Wolverine combat and what have you. I'll see Johnny Depp rat out Paul Bettany in court. Oh, that trial is insane. He sent indecent pics to minors. Yikes. That will get you every time. Kyle Massey should have known better. If you want to do weird stuff with the underage, you got to do it like the professionals do it. You buy a private island and then fly out with all of the most powerful people in the world, like Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein. That's how it works. I guess Massey didn't get invited to the island. Johnny Depp deserves better. He definitely does. Trey Songz just got caught up over some R. Kelly business. Oh no, what did Trey do? Not Trey Songz. I like Trey. I used to like Trey Songz. What did Trey Songz do? Even the Frog is Thor. Isn't the Frog Thor like? Isn't that supposed to be because the Frog Thor is a variant, like an actual variant? Bill Gates is on that island a lot. Awful lot. Maybe he just really liked the climate. Maybe he just was a big fan of the weather. Just seen a post on Twitter. Red pill, Daredevil, blue pill, Moon Knight, caption tough decision. Tough. What's up, Cap Tay? Trey Songz be touchy. Dude, not Trey Songz. Wolverine, they're starting mocapture. What's up, Bionic Hazard? Disney's actors end up lacking out. Yo, Disney, so the history of Disney actors, the child actors, is pretty tragic. And I think that a large part of that is because the executives, producers, there's some very, very, very shady and scummy people in Hollywood and still in positions of power. But especially while they were coming up, a lot of these child actors and actresses were really badly abused. It's really sad. Why is Steve Rogers not called Thor in the MCU? Exactly. When he picked up the hammer, he was still Captain America. He was not Thor. Shia LaBeouf too. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf went off the deep end. It's great. Yeah, it's like all that abuse will really get to you. Like it hits you like, you start really seeing it when they get older. What's up, a Black King? Why are we still talking about black jokes? The original Power. Oh yeah. Oh, I was devastated when I heard about the original Power Rangers. I love the original Power Rangers. Tommy, Kimberly was one of my first crushes. I love the original. When I found out that behind the scenes, like they were like super like racist and homophobic, I was like, oh no, they did them that dirty. Ruined my childhood. I have not heard anything about the Trey Song business, but it is very sad if it's true. Trini was yours. Now who was the black girl? She became I think she became the new Yellow Ranger, the black girl with the dreads. I want to say Aisha. Yep. Aisha Campbell. Yeah, Aisha Campbell. Yeah, she was a cutie, bro. Kept replacing actors, but Tommy's the only one that got returned. Am I playing Avengers? Nope. This is on Super News. We just go over news, we chat, and then at 1 o'clock I dip out because we gotta hit the Discord. But you're in the Discord, Craig. So if you wanna play some video games in the Discord, if you're free, we'll be doing that in about 1 minute. You met Aisha at Comic-Con? You still fine? Oh. The Pro Trini? The first Crust? Was Britney Spears a Disney kid? Yep. Britney Spears Justin Timberlake, they were both Disney kids. I'm not talking about how cool the Hawk is. We actually talk about how mid the Hawk was and how Wolverine can beat him up. What's up, Harry? Rip Trini indeed. Discord is for members only. It's if you join the channel, one of the membership perks gives you access to that private Discord. We have gaming sessions on the weekends, sometimes during the week as well. Speaking of which, it is 1 o'clock now. Thank you everyone for tuning in to another edition of Super News. If you missed the show, missed the stories, check out the VOD. I'll try to label them as soon as, with a timestamp, as soon as we get off here. I'm going over to the Discord. If you're in the Discord, let me know what games you want to play. We can play some video games. We can play some Fortnite. We can play some Avengers. We can play Tiny Tina's. Let me know. Everybody be safe. I'm Sadot Gamer.